Hello students, now today we'll start new exercise 14.2 and in 14.2 I will do first 6 sums of question number 1. So we'll need these two identities to do all the sums of question number 1. We have already studied all these identities. The first identity is a plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square, and the second identity that will apply on some of the sums is a minus b whole square equals to a square minus 2ab plus b square. Now I want to say something, that all the questions will be given in this format, that is either a square plus 2ab plus b square or in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square. So if the question is given in the form of this, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square, we have to change it into the form of a plus b whole square. And if the question is given in this format, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square, we have to change it in the form of a minus b whole square. Okay. Now how to understand that which identity we have to follow? Now suppose in the question there would be only 3 terms will be there. In almost all the sums there you will find 3 terms is given. Now in between all the 3 terms, if you see plus sign is there, then you will think that you have to use this identity, and if somewhere you see that minus sign is written, then you will use think that you have to go for a minus b whole square identity. Okay. Now another question, sir, if the questions are given in this format, how exactly we'll convert this into a plus b whole square or a minus b whole square? Now this is what we'll learn in this first question. Now the first thing that you have to see, students, the first thing you have to concentrate on the first term and the last term. Fine, this is the very important thing. Now as you see, all the in between all the terms we have a plus sign here, so we'll use this, the first formula. Okay, the first identity. So according to the first identity we have a square. So you see in the question also it is written a square, so we'll write a whole square. Okay. Now we'll do nothing with the middle term, we'll straight away go to the last term. Now what according to the formula it is written? You see b square, but according to the question it is not given b square, but it is written 16. So we have to change this 16 in the form of b square, isn't it? We have to change this into the form of b square. How to do it? So which is the number which you multiply 2 times to get 16? So that is 4, isn't it? Now it is looking like b square. Okay. Now what we'll consider this we'll consider this 4 as b, and we'll consider a as a only. Okay. Now what to write in between these 2 terms? That is 2ab. So 2 is already in the formula, so 2 will write it here, and a into b. So what is a? We have considered a as a only, and what is b? We have considered b as 4 only. Fine. Now just after this step you can directly write this form, a plus b whole square. So in place of a, what we have? A only, plus, and what is there in the place of b? 4. So you will write this, a plus b whole square. I hope you have understood this one. So now let's move on to the second question. Now according to the second question, you see there is one minus sign is there. So whenever you see one minus sign is there, you will apply a second identity. Fine. So but what should be the right approach? What should be the first approach? In fact, again the first term and the last term. So first term is given in the p square form, so we will write in this way, p square. We'll put a minus sign here, we'll leave some gap, and we'll write plus sign. Now we'll convert this 25 in the form of b square. Fine. So 25, how to write 25 in the form of b square? We can write it as 5 square, isn't it? So we'll consider this p as a, and we'll consider this 5 as b. Now in between these 2 terms we'll write 2 into a into b. So 2 is already in the formula. A is what? This time we have considered a as p and b as 5. So after this what we have to write? A minus b whole square, isn't it? So what is a? A we have assumed as p, then we'll put minus sign. What is b? B is 5, and we'll write whole square. So this is a required answer, students. Okay. So now let's move on to sum number 3. So according to the sum number 3, again we see that we have a plus sign. All the in between all the terms we have a plus sign. So again we'll apply the first identity. But what is the first thing we have to do? First term and the last term. So 25m square. So we have to convert this 25m square into the whole square form. That is a square. Okay, so in place of 25, we will write 5, then we'll write m, and then we'll give this bracket. That is a square. So this whole thing will consider this as a. Okay, now we'll give plus sign, again we'll leave some gap, then again we'll put plus sign. Now 9, how to convert this 9 into the b square form? That is 3 square. Now this time 3 will be considered as b. Now in between this, what we have to write? 2 into a into b. 2 into a means what? A means 5m. So in place of a, we will write 5m, and in place of b, we will write 3. Fine. Now just after this, what we have to write? A plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square means what is a? 5m, plus b is what? 3. So this is a plus b whole square. So this is the solution of sum number 3. Now let's move on to sum number 4. Yes, 4. Again we say that there is a plus sign in between all the terms, so we'll use the first identity. But before that, we have to watch out for the first term and the last term. So 49y square can be written as in the form of a square. So 49 means 7y whole square. Yes. Now this whole thing will consider as a. Now we'll put a plus sign, leave some gap. Now 36z square, 36z square. So how to convert this into the b square form? So in place of 36, we will write 6. Now we will write z, and we'll give this bracket whole square. So this whole thing will consider as b. Now in between, what we have to write? 2 into a into b. So 2 into a is what? 7y. And what is b? 6z. Fine. This is 2 into a into b. Now in the next step, we have to write a plus b whole square. So what is a? 7y plus what is b? 6z, and this will give as whole square. Understood? So this is the solution of sum number 4. Let's move on to sum number 5. Again we have a minus sign, that means we have to use the second identity, but before that we have to convert this first term and the last term in the form of a square and b square, isn't it? So how to convert 4x square? In place of 4, what we can write? 2x whole square. That means if you multiply 2x into 2x, you will get again 4x square. Now this 2x will consider as a. Now here we have minus sign, we'll give minus sign. Now we'll leave some gap, then put plus sign here. In place of 4, we'll write 2 square. So it's looking like b square. So we'll consider this 2 as b. Now in between, what we have to write? 2 into a is what? 2x, and what is b? 2 only. So in the next step, what we have to write? A minus b whole square. So a is what? 2x, and what is b? 2. That's it. Okay. So now let's do the last sum of today's session, that is sum number 6. So again we have a minus sign here, so we'll use the second identity. Now let's see the first term and the last term. So 121. So which number you multiply 2 times to get 121? It is 11. It is 11. 11 11s are 121. And then b, and then give whole square. So this whole things will consider as a. Then put a minus sign here, leave some gap, and again put plus sign. 16c square. In place of 16, we can write 4c whole square. So this will be considered as b. Now 2 into a into b means what? 2 into a into b. Okay. Now in the very next step, what you have to write? 11b minus 4c whole square. So this is the solution of sum number 6. I hope all of you have understood. Now that's it for today's session. Thank you all of you, and do join me tomorrow as well. See you.